Good afternoon, y'all. I would like to talk about my experience with voting in a 2020 election. I know it's past the election day. That's not the point. Okay? The point is that I would like everybody to start thinking about the future. See, several years ago, North Carolina voted for voter ID. Nice photo ID to go to vote. Seemed pretty common sense. Y'all seen the list that's going around the internet, I'm sure. You have to have a photo ID to drive. You have to have a photo ID to buy a house, liquor, car. I mean, the list goes on. But yet you don't have to have a photo ID in order to vote. One of the most important things in this state and in this country. So, several years ago, we voted for it. Said we need it. Since then, certain parts of our government here in North Carolina have blocked it. Y'all can figure out who that is. No, that's easy to look up. Okay. Been all sorts of lame excuses. I'm sorry, pre-COVID, it's easy to get a photo ID. You can't convince me otherwise. The reason why I know is because I have seen homeless people that have photo IDs. So, I mean, I'm sorry. You cannot convince me otherwise. However, on October 30th, I took into the one-stop voting center here near my house because I knew on November 3rd I could not vote because I was working. I took and I showed my ID. The first thing the person said was, "I don't need to see your ID." And they immediately averted their eyes like it was Dracula looking at a crucifix. So be it. I expressed the fact that I think it's important. So therefore I showed it. So he asked for my details, of which I gave. Then he takes and says, repeats those details out for me. And he expresses the fact that the reason why he's repeating them is so that if someone in the room recognizes the name and address but does not recognize me, as if to say, that's not who that is. I thought for a minute, that's kind of odd, but I went on about it because I needed to vote. Signed my name, got my ballot, filled it out, turned it in, so on and so forth. Think about that. This is part of North Carolina's election security. They repeat your information that you just gave in hopes that someone is able to recognize the fact that either it's you or not you. I think it's a little flawed. Wouldn't it be better just to have voter ID? I think so. So think about this, folks. I plan on starting January, contacting my representatives and asking them about this, about voter ID, and what else is being done. Because this election has proven to me, beyond all shadow of a doubt, that we need better security for our election in this state and in this country. Between the chaos that unsolicited mail ballots have caused, the lack of common sense that I've seen, just screams we need to do better. Now, don't get me wrong. Absentee ballots are just fine. I'm talking about proper absentee ballots, ones you request. Go through a process, a legal process to get them. They come to you. You go through the process to fill them out. Go through the process to turn them back in. And then the Board of Elections does their part to make sure it is a valid ballot. If it's not valid, it don't get counted. And that's what I think should happen. Thank y'all for your time. Consider this. Have a good day. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. And God bless.